Hey, my name is Amea and welcome back to my channel. Today we are sitting down and walking you through step by step my everyday makeup routine. Now I don't wear makeup every day, but I do wear it when I'm filming or just having a bad skin day. My skin has changed so much in the last 3 months. I would say about 3 months. So I was on the pill for 12 years and that made my skin really dry. I was on it for my acne. So now that I'm off it for health reasons, I've noticed my skin is just getting a lot oilier. My hair's getting oilier. My skin is breaking out again and I'm just liking to do minimal makeup. Like this looks quite put together, but honestly there's not that many products that I've used to create this look and it's really nice and fast and simple, and I know that it's not going to be clogging my pores because that's the last thing I want to do to my skin while it's breaking out, is putting products on it that are only going to make the breakouts worse. This video is super exciting because it is sponsored by Decay Cosmetics. So thank you Decay Cosmetics so much for teaming up with me. I absolutely love their products. Nakia is such a sweetheart. She's one of the first like big influencers that I ever met, and she is just like even nicer in person, if you can imagine that. She's just so sweet, she's so supportive. Yeah, she's a really lovely girl and her products are amazing, and I'm so happy her products are amazing because I get to use them and support an amazing businesswoman. So I'm going to be focusing on the Velvet Finishing Powder and the Perfecting Sponge, but the lashes, oh my goodness, amazing. They're the first product Nakia launched were lashes and their lash line is amazing. This powder is phenomenal. So when my skin was super dry, I really struggled with finding any powders that would work for my skin. You know, I still wanted to set my makeup so it didn't budge, but anything else just kind of left me dry and cakey. This worked for me way back then, and now that I'm oily, it still works amazingly. So this video is just so exciting because I really love and believe in Nakia's products. They are beautiful, and I'll be telling you all about why when we get into the actual video. So if you've missed seeing makeup videos on my channel, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe for more. Comment down below, let me know what you think, what else you want to see. I haven't been doing a lot of makeup videos because I've kind of got a bit, I don't want to say lazy with my makeup, but I feel like I just am embracing a more natural kind of look, and I feel like I'm doing pretty much the same thing most days that I'm wearing makeup. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything in particular you want to see or me to talk about more in depth, then yeah, definitely let me know. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I'm going to be starting with the Bang & Body Illuminating Firming Lotion for face and body. I use the normal one of this all over my face and body all of the time, and the illuminating one is so beautiful as a primer or as a highlighter. Just add in a bit of a glow. Even though I am on the oily side now, I still like to have glow on my skin. Being oily doesn't really bother me. I like it so much more than being dry and flaky. If I could choose, I would definitely choose oily over being dry. Then I'm gonna pop a little bit just across my chest as well. I find that the normal one, because I've been using that one for ages, the illuminating one I've only just started using. The normal one's been really good for my acne on my chest as well. I've still got a couple spots on there at the moment, but nah, can't do much about it at the moment other than go get a nice facial. But unfortunately I am in Melbourne and in lockdown for probably about another 6 weeks before beauty is opened, so I just have to embrace the breakouts. So I'm going to be using the Decay Cosmetics Perfecting Sponge. This is it wet. I always like to use a wet or damp beauty sponge to apply my cream products like concealers, foundations, although I'm not actually using a liquid foundation at the moment. And you can see when you wet it, it grows. So this is a dry one, this is a wet one. It grows and it is seriously like one of the softest sponges ever. It's like squeezing air. As you can see, there's a flat side to it and a little pointed tip, so it makes it easy to get into all the nooks and crannies on your face. And the smooth side's also really good to sculpt out if you like to bake under your bronzer or contour. So I've just applied a little bit of corrector around my eyes because I get quite dark circles around my eye area. I've tried everything. A good corrector is pretty much it. And I'm going to be blending that out with the Decay Joy Cosmetics Perfecting Sponge. There's a straight side and a curved side, so I like the flat side and the pointed tip to get in around the eye area. This is also really good for in around the corners of your nose. Then I'm just applying some of my First Aid Beauty avocado concealer. It's just like a really nice light weight concealer that's got pretty decent coverage for every day. And sometimes I just wear this on its own, just a little bit to brighten up around my eye area. This is in shade 2. One of the really good things about this sponge is that it has micro pores, so it means that you get a really smooth airbrush finish and it doesn't absorb a lot of your product, which is amazing because I like to use a bit more sheer natural kind of products, and I find that if I'm using something that doesn't have a huge amount of coverage, if I'm using a sponge or a brush that's going to be taking away that coverage, I may as well not be using that product. So it means that I can get away with using some lighter coverage, more natural type products. Now I've applied my concealer first because I've been using a mineral powder foundation just because of my breakouts lately. So I don't think they're showing up probably too bad on camera. They're a lot more bumpy at the moment than really red, but I also do like that I can just build up with the mineral foundation in those areas. Now I do set around my eye area with some powder first. Now I'm using the Velvet Finishing Powder from Decay Joy Cosmetics, and this powder is so beautiful. It smells divine. That's the first thing that you notice when you open it up, and it just kind of blurs away all of your imperfections. And I like to use it before I apply my mineral foundation just so that it goes on smoothly and I can set around my eye area the concealer I've already applied. Also like to use it a little bit on top just where I still have some visible pores showing. What I really like about this powder is you don't have to use it on top of liquid foundations. Of course you can, but you can also use it just on no makeup days just to kind of control any oil, just get a smooth airbrush look. I haven't found any powder that blurs my pores like this one does. And my skin is oily at the moment and breakout prone, and I love it. But I have also been using this powder since it first came out, pretty much when my skin was dry. So dry. So my skin's changed a lot because I've come off the pill, getting the oily skin, the breakouts and stuff, and I was really scared of a lot of powders when I was dry, and this worked really well. So I've got to say, no matter what your skin type is, you are going to love this powder. So you can also apply this over your face before you apply foundation if you get really oily, to help control the excess shine. So I take my sponge and I put it into the powder, and then I just spread it in the lid just so that it goes nice and evenly on the sponge. Sometimes I just take off a little excess just on my wrist, just because I don't need a huge amount of powder, especially in my eye area. I also use it to set my eyelid concealer so that my eyeshadows go on nice and smoothly. As you can see, I'm not baking with it, I am just pressing it into my skin with the damp sponge. Do get a little bit shiny in the T-zone, so we're just gonna pop a little bit there too. Just whatever's left on the sponge. And I'm only doing one half of my face because I want to show you close up how smooth it looks. We are very close to this. So this is with the powder and this is without. And obviously I've just got concealer in my eye area, but there's no other makeup here other than the powder. So you can see that even if you're not a big makeup wearer day to day, but you just want to be a bit more smooth and airbrushed, that would be totally acceptable on its own. And I even put it just on this little part of my forehead here. You can also see my breakouts while we're really nice and close as well. Even that like crease under my eye just looks so much smoother with the powder. This powder is also translucent and triple milled. I find that I'm quite fake tanned at the moment, but even when I'm not super fake tan, the powder still works for me because there's just no color and it just smooths and blurs and just looks amazing. So for foundation, I'm using the Tribe Mineral Foundation. This is the shade Medium, and I've just dispensed some in the lid. I really like this foundation a lot more now that my skin is more on the oily side. When I was dry, I just couldn't get a powder foundation to sit quite as smoothly all day as what I wanted. And now that I'm a bit more oily, I've been really enjoying this foundation a lot more. And I also, what was I gonna say? I also love that you can build it up over your breakouts, so I don't have to go in with a huge amount of concealer. So as you know, I've already just applied a bit of concealer and powder in my eye area, but no concealer on blemishes or anything like that. So I can build it up in the areas where I need it, because I feel like the point of using a mineral foundation is I don't want to be putting other concealers and excess products on my breakouts, so that's why I'm enjoying this. So I'm taking the Spotlight Duster Brush from my favorite set with Sigma. I like a loose, fluffy brush, just to apply a little bit all over my face, just to start with. You can use a denser brush for more coverage, but I've just found that this works best for me because I don't like wearing a huge amount of foundation if I don't need to. This just gives me an overall base to start with. Then I usually go in with one of these brushes. This is the Soft Blend 40 and this is the Soft Blend 30. So they're basically the same kind of style brushes before, but in smaller sizes, just so I can build up coverage just in specific spots. At the moment, my breakouts aren't very red, which is really lucky. So it means that, you know, I can almost just get away with this, but I still do have a bit of redness coming through on my chin and a few little pimples, and then also just some nooks and crannies that a smaller brush will do better. So this is the Soft Blend 40 brush. I'm just picking up a bit of that, and we're just gonna press it and buff around the edges, just in the spots where I need a little bit more coverage. I need to check my jawline because I've been getting lots of jawline pimples lately. Very attractive look. Then I'm just taking an even smaller brush with that, and I've got a little red spot there. So just pat it right on the pimple and then just diffuse the edges and between my eyebrows. So you can see foundation is on. I'm just gonna take a tiny bit more of the Velvet Finishing Powder just to kind of press it into these areas. This is just where my makeup usually slides around a little bit more. So I've used a powder foundation and a powder translucent setting powder, and my skin does not look cakey in the slightest. So I'm taking the Soft Blend 60 and this Hourglass bronzer, and we're just going to pop it on. I'm not super careful with this. I just chuck it on everywhere, over the forehead, cheeks, a little bit under the jawline, a little bit across here. I've kind of given up trying to do super perfect makeup. I just like an overall healthy look. While that's out, I'm gonna take the Soft Blend 20 brush with the same bronzer just on my eyelids. Then for blush, I'm using Dim Infusion and the same brush from before. I'm not a big blush person, so this is just like a nice kind of nudie glow. Now, 9 times out of 10, this is what I've been using. I'm not gonna use it today, but I'm gonna show you because I feel like I get asked all the time. It is Bobbi Brown Moonstone, and it's just like a sheer glitter. And I just pop that on my eyelids with my finger. But I wanna go for a little bit more of a bronzy look today. So I'm gonna be taking the Illuminate Highlighting Palette from Nakia Joy, and I'm gonna be taking the shade Gilded. My eyelids are a little bit dry and crepey at the moment because I've had some eczema on them, but this doesn't emphasize that too much. Then I'm just taking a little bit of Glisten onto those inner corners. I love Glisten and Glimmer both so much. So I'm gonna take Glimmer because I'm pretty fake tanned at the moment. And apply it on my cheekbones with the High Cheekbone Highlighter F03 brush from my favorites brush set with Sigma. This is just stunning. Now you can definitely spritz your face first if you want even more bling, but for me, I think that that is just a gorgeous amount of glow all on its own. Now I've kind of given up filling in my brows. I just tint them and do clear brow gel because trying to get them even is just the bane of my existence. So once in a blue moon, maybe I'll fill them in, but a clear brow gel to just brush them up and getting them look full and fluffy is my everyday essential, even if I'm wearing zero other makeup. Clear brow gel just makes me feel ready for the day. So this one's from Ottoman 3 and I ordered it and I used it for the first time yesterday and it seemed to have a really good hold. And you'd think, oh, clear brow gel, you know, can't really screw that up. A lot of brands can. Their brow gel formula will just be too heavy and it just kind of like over the day the brow hairs just move. I want a super strong hold because I like the brow laminated kind of look. So brush it through and then brush it up. I am so obsessed with Nakia's lashes. You probably will have seen me using them ever since they first came out. These are the April lashes from the Naked line. So they have a seamless invisible band that is super comfortable. They are triple curled, so they sit up and look fabulous. These are the style April. They are really long and wispy. There's also some other ones that are a bit more full, but since I don't wear a lot of eye makeup, I feel like these ones just give me the oomph that I need for my lashes. When I put on lashes, I like to do a little bit of mascara first, but that's just my personal preference before applying my lashes. So once the lash is on, I just take my lash tweezers and squeeze them with my lashes. And that's why I like putting on mascara first, because the mascara is still a little bit damp, so they kind of just push together, and because my lashes are naturally very straight, it just stops them from, like, my lashes being here and the false lashes being here, they just kind of stick together a little bit better. Just a little bit of bottom mascara and time for lips, and we are pretty much done. Now I stopped wearing a lip liner for ages, and then I just started wearing it again recently. So this is just MAC's Boldly Bare. It's a nudie something. I get really dry lips, so I don't like to wear like lipstick or anything. Then this is Mellow Cosmetics Tahiti. It's just like a really nice sheer kind of lip gloss color. So I've recently started using the all-nighter setting spray again. My skin was a bit too dry for it for a while, and I was using the chill setting spray that's nearly empty. But now again, I'm on the oily side, so back to all-nighter. And then that is our finished makeup look. I talked it through, so it took a lot longer on camera than what it does in real life. But this routine takes me no time at all. This is just what I do pretty much whenever I'm filming or whenever I'm feeling a bit flat because maybe my skin's broken out and I'm just feeling a bit blah. So this is what I will do. Since I'm not really going anywhere, sometimes I'll skip the lashes and just pack on some mascara, but I just find that having a smooth base of products that I know aren't going to break me out any further or start slipping and sliding on my face throughout the day. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed me sharing my skin changes with you, because yeah, I haven't really been wearing no makeup in front of you guys for a while. Even on my stories, I've usually got some kind of filter on or something, just because my skin isn't great and I don't feel amazing about it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you Nakia Joy Cosmetics for sponsoring this video. I am absolutely obsessed with their products, you guys. You know, I got to try them when they launched. They sent some out to me. I purchased them myself a few times now, and yeah, working with them today was so much fun. So I've got a discount code here for you and links and everything down in the description box, so go check them out. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my video, and if you want to see more makeup videos and content, let me know, because I would love to make more of them if it's something that you want to see. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.